Welcome to uCommerce TV. My name is Søren Spellinglund, and today we're taking a look at the new Secutiry Foundation in uCommerce 2.5. What I've got right here is the Umbraco login screen, and I'm just going to log in as admin, as security best practice would dictate. So we can take a look at this new thing here. So let's move to the uCommerce section and take a look at Security Foundation. So what Security Foundation is a way to control who can do what inside uCommerce and who can see what. So those are the two main areas. So an example would be who can create a new product, who can delete a product, and another example could be who can view a particular catalog, a particular store, or particular orders coming into any given store. So uCommerce 2.5 introduces this new node here, security. And underneath that, you'll get a list of all the users created inside Umbraco. So uCommerce doesn't maintain users. That's still Umbraco that does all that. We just sort of pick them up and let you assign permissions to users. So right now I'm logged in as the administrator. So let's take a look at what that actually looks like. So let me just collapse all this stuff so you get a better view of what we're looking at. So you can see here we've got actually a couple of different stores up and running here. We've actually got 7, and that actually corresponds to what we've got over here as well. But notice there's a difference between these two lists. So over here is the actual store list, and notice that there's one missing between number 4 and number 6 here. That's because I don't actually have permissions to see store number 5. So naturally it's filtered out here. Now, me being admin, and because I've got access to the security section here, I could just sort of give myself access to store number 5, refresh the nodes, and you'll see that the new store is actually there. So pretty simple. So let's go back to this guy here. Let me just give you a better overview. So let's remove that again. Right. All right. So that's an example of data actually being filtered out by Security Foundation in uCommerce Enterprise Edition. So what you can do as well is you can go in and underneath each store control who can see what. And in this example here, I've actually got 3 catalogs configured for my store. And if I expand that, you'll see I'm actually just seeing 2, and that's because I don't have access to the middle one here. Underneath each catalog, you can control who can create products and who can delete products. So basically, that'll just give the users the ability to do these 2 things here. Now, moving down to the ability to create product catalogs themselves. So I can actually create catalogs, and I can't delete products catalogs here. So that just means that when I right click here, I don't have any ability to actually delete or create. Let's go back and take a look at orders. So you can actually control who can see purchase orders as well. So one user might have access to edit product catalogs, but not actually have access to view purchase orders or change purchase orders, as is the case right here. What this actually means is that all the orders will still get displayed underneath this section here, as you can see, but it'll just be filtered based on what I have access to. So in this case here, I've got an order placed in each of the stores that we've got. So let me just show you that. So you see I've got an order for store 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So right now I've got access to view every single order coming into the system, but I can just go ahead and remove that permission for myself. So let's go down here to the orders, remove the ability to see purchase orders for store number 1, save it, go back to the list. And if I actually go ahead and click on one and try and gain access, uCommerce will simply throw an exception and say you don't actually have access to this. Now this is because I didn't refresh this list here. So you wouldn't normally be editing your own permissions. You would usually do that for other users, but this is a sort of a special case. Alrighty, when you look at an order, you notice that you've got these 2 buttons up here. One is for saving orders and one is for actually changing the order state. And in this case here, I've got access to an order, naturally. And I can go ahead and save it and update it. Go to the permission list and find store 6. Just remove the ability to actually do anything with orders. So that's here. Change order state. Let's just remove that actually. Alrighty, and let's see what happens. So now you notice that the UI actually changed, and now I can't edit the order status, and that means I can't trigger new events inside this UI here. If I remove the ability to save the order, the order editor will basically become read-only. So I'll just remove that flag here, go back to my order, and you'll see that there's no edit box, no ability to remove the order line or add new ones. You can still see all the details that you want, but you just can't modify the order. As with orders and catalogs, you can control which languages are available. So let's say you have editors that need to only be able to see one particular language. You can go ahead and just remove the ones that you don't want them to be able to edit. So in this case here, I'm the English editor, so I won't actually have access to the Danish language stuff. So let's see what that looks like. So I'll just expand my product catalog again and take a look at store number 1 here. You'll notice that I only have the English language tab right here. Now if I go back and add the Danish one, save it, go back to my catalog, you'll see that I've got 2. And it's, of course, it's flexible. So in this case here, I've got access as well. So you can set it up depending on which store you're actually looking at information in. Same thing goes for analytics and marketing. So you can set up your users to only be able to see reports for given stores, or create and edit marketing campaigns for any given store. So in this case here, I would be able to actually see marketing campaigns for my store. And if I go ahead and expand this node here, you'll see that I've got a couple of test campaigns set up. So I've got one assigned to my store, one assigned to my store 2, 3, and 4, so on. And if I go ahead and remove the ability to see campaigns for store 1, surprisingly, it'll be gone. Like so. So it disappeared. Alrighty. Administrators can see the actual settings section here. In this case here, you can actually remove the permissions for the settings section for yourself, as that would effectively allow you to shut yourself out. Someone may have done this at some point. Alrighty. And the final one here is you might not want to allow users to see different price groups. So as with languages, you can set up which price groups are actually available inside each store. So what you can go ahead and use this for is set up sort of distributed order management. So say you have orders coming into store 1 here, but you actually want to be able to do decentralized order management. So say you have multiple different order management locations around the world. So you can assign orders to each of these stores here and only allow order managers to actually see orders for their particular store. So same thing goes for decentralized catalog management. So say you have translators in different parts of the world, just set up the languages for the different stores that they're looking at to match whatever locale they're using, where they are, so they only see what's relevant to them. That is it for the very brief overview of uCommerce Security Foundation, and it'll basically create a lot of new opportunities for creating satellite stores isolated from each other, creating better support for multi-tenancy in uCommerce 2.5. Thank you for watching,